Welcome to episode 291 of The Overlook Hour. I'm your host, Clark Little, along with me, as always, in order of importance to the show, of course, is me, Clark Little. Number 2, by a pretty consistent margin,
Be careful.
Oksana Valeria Novosad,
Turn your goddamn mic off.
followed by Russell John Fisher
What up?
and Randy
I'm
Michael
fucking-
Stat in studio.
Hey, what's up?
Randy got lost. He took a left turn in Buckhead and
Yep.
ended up here.
It's a long left turn to get from Atlanta out here to the Bay Area.
And I just kept driving for like 34 hours or however long it is to get from Atlanta to here, and
Ooh.
now I'm here.
Let's Google that.
I
Also,
think it's like 48, actually.
you know, until we do video, Randy in studio really means nothing except that the sound is going to be worse. Our quality of the show is going to be lower. Right?
No, it'll be fine.
Well, okay, then step up your game, dude.
I generally feel like I don't sound as good on these mics as the mic that I have in my house, but that's just me being self-conscious.
Wow, you're taking a shot at our hardware. What I was saying is that your skill of the manipulating individual tracks just comes out better. But you want to take a shot? I mean, yeah, is our table one bought at a thrift store 5 years ago? Probably should have been updated. Or is the other table a white fold-out table that was in the rain because of Halloween?
With a stab mark in it,
Yeah, that was from
courtesy
me.
of you. Yeah,
Yeah. Why'd you throw that out there?
because I got mad at you when you did it.
Yeah, thanks, Randy. Look, we're fighting now.
Well, here's what can end this fight. It's a 36-hour drive from Atlanta, Georgia to San Francisco.
Nice. I was almost right the first time.
I looked it up and got 33, but I didn't.
It's because you used DuckDuckGo. You got the real
Yeah.
information.
There's more traffic now than when you looked 5 seconds ago.
That's true.
Oh. Touche. Producers fighting. I'm into this.
Plus, mine goes through Staten Island. I don't know if that's right. So, could be a little shorter. Well, Randy, welcome in. You just flew in from Atlanta. You're here for the weekend for a wedding.
Indeed, yeah. I got
Congratulations on your impending nuptials.
Yeah. Appreciate it.
Lucky dude.
That's right.
Yeah, you know, we all have to find someone someday, you know. So I'm getting married to myself this weekend.
Oh.
Pulling a
yeah.
Rodman.
Yeah,
Yeah, you know, of all the,
and neither of you are invited.
oh, shit.
That sounds about right.
Well, of all the, sexual minority communities, you really got to be vocal on Twitter for that asexual community.
I know, man. I feel like the asexuals, they don't get out there enough.
Weird. They're not very motivated, I guess.
I know. Which I fall into that category.
Same.
So what's up? How's your week been? I guess to anyone.
My week's been weird, as you know. I had to fly back in the middle of the week. It threw me off. Boy, that Tuesday, flying back on a Tuesday just threw me off.
I think I begged you on the show not to go to work that week,
Completely.
too. 'Cause
You did.
You left during the
You did.
Halloween.
And then I get a Slack at 7:30 on Monday morning from the one person I'm training. Hey, I've been sick all weekend.
Fucking idiot.
Oh, man. I was so mad.
And that day, I felt bad because, of course, you made it a point to comment on when Oksana had put up that we were watching Haunted Highway, which I'll tell you. So that day,
Of course, you're going to watch my favorite movie of all time.
yeah, we had to
and
share
not
the love.
include me,
We did
bro.
it for you. We talked about you. We had a little ceremony.
Did it play well in front of a crowd?
So that day we did. Who was the curator that made that 5-hour Halloween VHS?
Eddie Spaghetti.
Eddie Spaghetti.
Shout out to Eddie Spaghetti. We watched that, which led into Trick or Treat, because I was like, that's kind of a throwaway, but people get mad if we don't watch it.
I like Trick or Treat.
It's great. It's
there
just
was at least one person too who hasn't seen it before.
there were like 3, and it played well. People actually just sat down and watched that. Then we threw on Pumpkin Carver to carve jack-o'-lanterns,
Oh, man.
which is that film is just my favorite. And then we went into, what the hell did we watch after that? I think it was Haunted Highway. And, during Pumpkin Carver, people are just kind of like, they're drinking, hanging out, doing whatever, mostly jumping in and out of that movie. Haunted Highway, it grabbed people's attention.
Really?
Well, I think they were ready to, shit on it. And they're like, oh, what is this crap? And you know how, the thing is, that's a quick-paced Bad Ben movie. All the other ones kind of like linger, and I would get why people don't.
It's quick pace, and it is.
It's constantly evolving.
It's an hour and 10 minutes.
Yeah.
It moves.
That movie, it grabbed people's attention. So that's one of those films where people are talking, having a drink, and then they stop, and then they go sit down away from each other.
Well, it's also one of his films where, yeah, there is some backstory there, because, like, I had not seen the prior, like, 3 Bad Bins before I jumped into 7. And so I was a little lost, but anyone can jump in there, and you're good.
For sure. Also, if you're out there and you're like, man, maybe I should watch Haunted Highway, maybe don't. We might be showing it this year. That's exclusive for people listening. You know what I mean?
So, Randy, prepare
Randy.
thyself.
I'll be there.
And we followed that up. What did we follow it up with? Oh, we watched my favorite Goosebumps hour-long made-for-TV movie, Don't Think About It, with Emily Osment. Nothing? You haven't seen that?
Who is Emily Osment?
She was Hannah Montana's best friend on Hannah Montana.
Oh, she has nothing to do with the Osmond.
No, she's related.
Really?
That's his sister, yeah.
No,
Emily Osment, yeah. With Haley Joel? Yeah.
no, not that one. I'm talking Donnie and Marie.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's
I
what I
forgot.
was thinking too.
I forgot
Yeah.
what decade you
I
came
know.
from. I forgot you were a boomer at heart.
Haley Joel.
Yeah, you know the worst part of Tusk.
Oh, he was in the last season of Goliath. That
Where was David?
that terrible show with Billy Bob Thornton that I love.
Okay, lot to unpack there.
Dude. He's in it. They give him nothing to do. And he is in it for like maybe 5 minutes of the entire season. And it's just very strange.
Yeah, but that cameo will bring millions of people.
yeah. Oh, we got Haley Joel Osment?
Yeah, it's like Brando, dude. You just pay him to be a Superman's dad, and
Yeah.
people will watch.
I don't know. Do I feel like I have Haley Joel Osment face.
No.
Where I just look like a tired baby.
I think he's got eyes that are too close to each other.
Oh, like a Jeep?
From seeing all those dead people, you know? That's a good timely joke.
You know I've never seen that movie.
Oh, don't watch it now.
Well, it was spoiled like immediately.
Wait, somebody spoiled it for you?
Okay, I don't spoil movies.
No, what are you talking about?
I don't spoil movies.
What was that movie that you told me somebody gets shot in the head and it's the end?
Oh, Mogwai.
Was that what it's called?
Wild Indian.
Oh, okay. I was like, Mogwai's a gremlin.
Oh, what was his name? It was almost like Mogwai.
Actually, speaking of Goliath, David,
was
our
a cool
friend
name.
from BNG, showed up and he was dressed like a Mogwai. It's
Yeah.
all coming back.
He was.
Yeah. It
Yeah.
was kind of a cop out.
Dude, by the way, last a week ago, last Halloween. Technically, it was last Halloween. I was leaving, and then literally, like, they just came before I was about to leave,
Oh,
and I was like, "Hey," and they were like, "Hey," and that was it.
yeah.
I'm like, thanks, guys.
They're not the best, in a social
what was
situation.
Chris supposed to be? He
I
showed
don't
up.
know.
He's a 45-year-old man shows up with a Nerf gun.
I'll tell you right now. So Chris from BFG, they do a lot of live streams. They're great, like, technical guys. Like, I kind of, if we start doing video, I want them to help build out this room. I'm not going to put a microphone in front of them, though. And Chris, you're going to hate this. I guess he was a alternate costume of a video game character. I could not tell you what game or what character because my eyes rolled back in my head. But I will tell you, he showed me a picture, and yeah, they look a lot alike.
Yay!
But I know.
Yay!
Exactly. That's why, dude, I'll tell you. So 2 people showed up, not in costume. Me and Oksana were ready. We have a closet of ghost face costumes down there in different sizes. It's like, if you're not in a costume, it was almost like Eyes Wide Shut, except you don't know who the killers are.
Oh, instead of having a closet full of slippers, we have a closet full of Halloween masks.
Yeah, dude. I love that, Matt. Dude, it's a good costume.
Why don't we have a mask cast?
Wait, what?
We do the show all in masks.
Oh, because the audio would be a nightmare. I could see Randy leaning forward
Okay.
about to say that.
I mean, who honestly gives a shit?
Well,
I mean, if that's the gimmick, you just got to roll with it.
Yeah.
true. And we did film 4 episodes of Terrell's Blu-ray.
I mean, I've been
YouTube
wearing a
thing.
mask for 35 years.
Oh,
You know what I
deep,
mean?
dude. That was fucking raw. Oh, actually, you know what? Terrell, On the new video, he's doing a giveaway of the 4K Scream release, which I guess I'll tell you right now. He didn't mention on the show, but he's going to give away the Steelbook too next week.
Ooh.
So it's he's leaning into YouTube. He's doing the like and subscribe thing for it. That Steelbook's going for $300 on eBay already. So
I'm only into the Lexington Steelbook.
you could buy it, flip it, and then get some crypto.
Flip a Steelbook for some crypto? God, that's...
Hey,
Look at your generation. I'm talking about Donnie and Marie. You're talking about flipping Steelbooks for crypto.
dude, I'm ushering in the AI. I'm ready for drive-thrus to be button operated.
By the way, last week when I was training, I brought in a couple of people to kind of help out the new people. And
What are we talking about? Drugs? You're being
No.
very cryptic right
No,
now.
well, we're talking about crypto, so I gotta be cryptic.
Okay.
And this kid was looking up Shibu Inu, and I'm like, "You too,
Oh, Shibu.
you fuck."
The coin that I FOMO'd on twice hard. I had some real FUD going in, and then I got out of it, and then it flipped big. What? You're watching a football game. All right.
Pick six, baby.
I don't even know what FUD means.
Oh, you know what I just realized? I didn't set this up. Randy, what did you do for Halloween?
Not much, actually. I kind of just stayed home and then I went to bed early.
My man.
Fucking checks out. I mean, you didn't watch a movie? Nothing?
Not on Halloween, no. I watched a movie the day after Halloween, which I will talk about later.
Did you ever carve a jack-o'-lantern in your life?
I have previously,
Okay.
yeah. I don't like getting messy.
It's not
know?
that bad. Also, it's like harvesting a good seed. My mom, she
What?
bakes all the pumpkin seeds every year. Do we still have those?
Yeah, they're in the fridge.
Oh no. It's been a week now. Those don't last long.
By the way, can you never say harvesting a good seed ever again? Jesus Christ.
She did take half of them home with her, so those were just like the pumpkins that were carved after they left.
Ironically, there's a lot of zinc in those bad boys too.
All right. Can I have a controversial statement right now?
Oh no.
Hell yeah.
But just cut it out later, Randy.
Pumpkins are bullshit.
Okay.
I just want to be on the record.
All right. Well, you got to dive in a little bit.
Okay, let me explain. So I think that we have an overfatuation with pumpkins in this country. If you think about pumpkin pie and pumpkin this, there's not pumpkin in there.
Yeah, it's mostly nutmeg.
It's
that
no,
flavor.
it's either sweet potatoes or it's fucking horse squash.
Oh, I was actually thinking the other direction of like the flavor of pumpkin.
If you have a real pumpkin pie, it tastes like fucking dog shit.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's a national treasure.
No, it's a fucking marketing campaign. You all are suckers
No.
by liking pumpkins.
I'm a
Because at
patriot.
the end of the day, pumpkins are fucking bullshit, and you're just being a part of the system. Stop being sheep and be fucking leaders of men. I'm Clark Little.
And next Halloween, I'll make sure to buy you a squash so you can live the true European
Yeah,
tradition.
I'd rather have a squash.
It'd be more
Spaghetti
appropriate.
squash?
I love a squash.
I'm not sure what kind.
Spaghetti squash is kind of tight.
Yeah.
I just
Good
know.
pasta
I could pull it up.
substitution.
Zucchini, ever had zucchini pastas? Very good.
I don't know the squash. I'm not doing that. I was gonna pull up a picture of a squash jack-o'-lantern. They look very white trash.
Randy went to college on a squash scholarship.
Is that a thing?
Yeah, what is that?
Squash is a sport.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you know squash, bro.
You're into the niche sports market.
Yeah, it's a very East Coast sport.
As are you.
I don't know. I feel like I have more of a East Coast sense of humor. I've always been drawn more to the East Coast style of comedy.
You're a big Boston guy.
I think they're funnier than West Coast comedians as a whole.
Yeah, I don't know enough. I wish I could weigh in here, but I don't know enough.
And I think as a people, look, by nature, Californians are not funny.
Oh yeah, I'm sure.
You know why? Because of the weather. You
'Cause-
have nice weather.
No, because they're pretty. When you're pretty, you don't have to be funny.
Not all Californians are pretty. I'm looking at one
Take
right
a
now.
look around this room, baby. How do you think Randy got married? All right.
So, I think that, he married himself, so,
Yeah, because he couldn't put the mirror down.
he's the man in the mirror.
He's doing coke off it too. All right, are you ready to start this thing officially?
I'd only do Diet Coke.
because Randy drove in, but we fly in the VIP of this show.
That is true.
You ready to bring him in?
Yep.
All right. Here we go.
Good morning. It's November 6, 2021, and it's a Saturday. Day 1 of weekend projects. What are we going to cook up today?
Oh.
Methamphetamine.
The answer is whatever we want. Everyone, have a great day.
Did he say whatever?
Yeah.
What did you
Yeah.
say there?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Don't
Yeah,
answer me.
he said whatever. Also, was it just me or did he sound really breathy in that? He was
no,
heavily breathing into the microphone.
He's
today.
got the old man mouth going, where he's kind of like,
I don't want the old man mouth.
yeah.
Oh God.
Our country's so funny. We like to elect very old people. Like, and I'm not just talking about Biden. Like, everyone is fucking old. And a lot of them, they get that like
I don't
man,
want that old man mouth.
like their dentures are moving around in their mouth.
I know, just old dry mouth.
What if Lynch goes Schrader?
Schrader has a solid 100 pounds on David Lynch.
True.
Like, Schrader has, like, no neck now. It's just straight chin to tit for him.
Oh, I gotta watch the Canyons, dude.
Have
Do
you ever?
you?
You've never seen the Canyon?
I own it.
Did you see it?
I've seen it, yeah.
I've not heard a single soul like that movie.
Did you make it through the movie?
I did, but I do not remember it very much, other than not really appreciating it.
Well, yeah, because it's got James Dean in it, and why would we want to watch James Dean unless he pulls his thick pecker out?
Oh, the porn guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, they dug him up.
I think James Dean is casted in a upcoming movie where they're going to
Dig him up.
deep fake him.
Oh, why?
I don't know. I don't know what the movie's called, but I heard about that a while ago.
Who was that for? A lot of the time when I think about this podcast, we do a thing where me and Clark were talking about. It's kind of like comedy. It's kind of horror, but we do a lot of like especially you, Randy. We do foreign and art house film. It's like who's that for? Like who's that audience besides us in this room? And when you're deep faking James Dean, who the fuck is that for? I don't know anybody that would be pumped about that. Like,
No.
dude, James Dean. Because you'd have to be like pro technology, kind of like invasive holographic technology, and pro like what ancient Hollywood stars. Like,
Yeah. It is a weird crossover.
that Venn diagram is just
Well, we're getting to the point where we're not going to need actors anymore.
yeah. But why dig up the old ones? Like, especially a Dean.
I'm telling you, Hollywood is dying, dude.
Although you know what, in my head, I imagine we get the new Batman and James Dean on stage to do like a WB Frog, like Kane and Top Hat dance,
WB.
where they're kind of like playing off each other. I think that'd be fun. What's his name? I can't remember his name.
The Frog?
No, the dude in that Cronenberg loves. He's the new Batman.
Robert Pattinson.
There we go.
Or what did Chris from BFG call him?
Oh, I don't know.
Patterson? He kept calling him.
Oh yeah, he was calling him Patterson. Might be. I can't remember. Wow, that was a long time ago.
I know.
I'm
But
surprised you remember that.
I don't forget stupid shit.
Also, a lot of shout outs to like a dead Twitch, pretty much. They don't do much anymore.
I'm very good with my references.
I know. Okay, all right, let's get back on track here.
All right.
Because it's the return of...
The TBI report.
What? You had a lot of vigor in that one.
That was Old Man Mouth edition.
I wish I appreciated that when you did it, but I'm not going to ask you to redo it. All right, what? God damn it. I just asked you about the Oksana. What number are we on? 18? I think it's the 18th. I'm not going to check.
Ooh, Alice Cooper.
Oh, I'm 18. Oh, good job.
Randy, Alice Cooper
Uh-huh.
is a musician.
I'm aware. He actually played a music festival I went to a couple weekends ago, and I did not see him play.
Why?
I think I was watching Idols.
Okay.
Idols is tight.
Gross.
All right.
Russell, have you ever seen Alice Cooper in concert?
No, I've seen videos, though.
I have. And also, may I say, maybe the worst concert I've ever seen.
Well, I have eaten at his restaurant, and may I say,
Oh, in Scottsdale, Arizona.
maybe the worst restaurant
There's
I've
one
ever
in
eaten
Phoenix.
at.
I think we went together.
We went, in Arizona. Did you
I
have
remember
fun?
it smelling weird there for some reason. That's all I
It
really
did.
remember.
It smelled like old hoagies and cigarettes.
Now,
Kind of like
I
Clark's
love
room.
it. Kind of like how I smell all the time now.
Okay, all right.
Where's his restaurant? Is it in the ballpark?
What?
I thought he's got a restaurant in
It's
the
downtown adjacent.
Okay.
somewhere.
Oh, it's downtown.
Did you hear me? I went, what?
What?
Dude, I'm Lynchian now. That's how you should describe me to everybody.
All right, TBR.
It's very Lynchian.
Lynchian.
Oh, you ready for it now?
Yeah.
All right, Thomas Burke. Now, okay, I've been on hiatus for 3 weeks with the TBR, and if I'm
Yeah,
honest,
what the fuck?
well, we were busy. I wanted to do a lot for Halloween, and honestly, I was kind of struggling with what I wanted to cover when talking about this film. And really, I think I'm going to let Thomas do the heavy lifting. So I'm going to read from his email. He starts, allow me to recommend one of my favorite movies of the year from writer-director Robbie Banfinch called The Outwaters. 4 travelers encounter menacing phenomenon while camping in a remote stretch of the Mojave Desert. Honestly, there's so much to unpack with this movie, and I wish I could preface by saying some of that here. But I really don't want to spoil anything because this film is fantastic. It's loaded with mystery, so it's better to just watch the trailer and go in blind. Now, let me jump in here. Don't watch the trailer, because I feel like you're disqualified from going in blind if you do. It has an innovative story structure, authentic scares, science fiction elements, and to put it simply, protagonists that are likable. Which, this is me again, Russell talking, is kind of rare for found footage films.
It's also kind of rare for this neighborhood, as we are hearing.
I don't know if that's actually going to pick up.
I don't know, but it sounds like Bonnaroo outside, and these are definitely not protagonists that I like.
Hold on.
I think it's fine. I'm not hearing anything through the
I know, but I
headphones
kind of
really.
want to pick it up now that Clark talked about it. Oxane, can you move your mic up there? I'm going to turn the gain up. Again, we live in a rural court, and this never happens until we hit record on this damn podcast. Although, if you're one of the true ones, and you were back there 4 years ago when we were recording in the garage, and we had the garage door open, and we could hear the neighbors taking out the garbage cans.
I kind of like the street noise, though, and then like
Me
the
too.
random motorcycle races that would happen on that street.
Yeah, and there were like sometimes it'd be like you could tell they were like a new couple. They had that energy, and they'd be walking by, and we're just like, okay.
And then the old ladies collecting bottles out of people's trash cans.
Yeah. Also, we should remove all those shows from the internet because I bet they were terrible. So don't go back and check it out. Anyway, back to Thomas Burke. Despite a shoestring budget of roughly $6,000, this film accomplishes a lot with very little. It honestly surprised me that both the budget and the crew were able to achieve what they did with this. The Outwaters isn't a film for any kind of target audience. I believe it will be enjoyable for anybody interested in mystery, sci-fi, and horror, whether a found footage fan or not. At the time I'm writing this, The Outwaters is yet to be released, but keep your eyes peeled, because as we draw closer to the end of the year, it might just start making its way into people's radars. Follow him on both Facebook and Twitter, and you'll be up to date. He's all the best, Thomas Burke. Now, here's the thing. I don't like covering films that aren't available. I don't think a lot of people have the mental capacity to hold on to like all this random information. And I think he did a good job of articulating the problem I had with covering this film. There's not a lot on paper here, but the experience is worth the ride. It's very emotional. He's correct. When he's talking about them having no money, when you jump into this film, it looks like a studio produced this movie. It's just got clarity. Everything is very visually.
Is this $1,000?
$6,000, I think.
I've
I
just been
believe. It looks good. Again, we're not doing anything crazy here, so it's not like they rented a amusement park or anything. It's people hanging out at home. It feels very authentic, and just the clarity. It looks like it could be released in 4K. Now, the thing that I like, if you remember one thing about The Outwaters, I actually disagree with Thomas. I don't think this is for anybody. I think this is for the crowd that likes a harder to swallow found footage movie. I think this one demands more of its audience. It's got a very a very what would you call it? Where a movie has a 3-act structure, like most do, but each one is like vastly different. Because that's what we're doing here.
Anthology.
No, it tonally they're different. Because again, imagine some kids going out to film a music video in the desert, and then Act 2 is kind of a spiral, but Act 3 pushes it even farther. I mean, it gets really like metaphysical. We do a lot of
Metaphysical.
Oh, you have to do it twice if you're going to do that.
Metaphysical. That's a new album on Facebook.
Okay. Now, there's a lot of running around in the desert, which, again, at night is pitch black with, light from a mounted camera. If you're into that, like, exploration in found footage like I am, again, as the person who programmed Boots on the Ground at Year One at UF,
The
you'll
Tony
get a
Blair
kick out
Witch
of it.
Project.
I should mention, when we were watching this, because, again, part of the what we really get paid for in this show is screeners, and we get to watch this stuff early. So we were watching it, and Terrell came over. I believe we were about to shoot one of his Blu-ray Tuesdays, and he walked in, sat down, and was like, "What the hell are you guys watching?" And I looked at Oksana. I'm like, I don't know how we got here, because there are a couple moments in that movie that are like seamless transitions into a different dimension. Not literally, but when you turn around, you're like, I don't know how we ended up here, which I think is a hallmark of any good descent into darkness, pardon the film title pun, film. And I highly recommend it. I don't know anything about its future release, but I'll definitely keep an eye out. And I hesitate even saying that because we're so bad at that. Like, I feel like I throw that out all the time. Like, hey, we'll keep you up to date, but we don't. Can we, I know, Oksana, I'm turning to you.
I've actually been following this one, so.
All right, so when we get an inkling of, like, where it might play or something, can you remind me? And I'll put it and we'll, like, throw it up in the intro stuff.
Yeah.
All right, yeah, but the Outwaters, I mean, it's cool. And it's not for everybody. It's kind of like the new Paranormal when we talked about that. Like, me and Clark, we love found footage. We completely disagreed on that movie.
Yeah.
The difference is you got to flip the narrative of the film, where that film was made for a general audience. I think this one's made for a specific, like, hardcore found footage group.
Sign me up.
I know.
And fuck the new Paranormal.
Okay. And on that note...
This concludes the TBR report. This concludes the TBR report.
Brandon, did you see that sellout piece of shit?
The new Paranormal?
Correct.
No. I
think-
still think I've only seen the first 2.
And as a film
Three's good.
historian, I think you can get something out of those, right? They're a hallmark of culture.
I like 3.
Also, I didn't want to. I made a point not to mention in that TBR coverage to call it Lovecraftian.
Yeah.
But
You call everything Lovecraftian.
and I hate it's a fucking catch-all and it's whack. Yeah. But this film definitely feels like there's some greater old ones out there. So I feel like I should have. Whatever. Do you know what a greater old one is?
No.
It's part of it's Lovecraftian shit.
Yeah, well, shit sucks.
You lost both of us.
Well, Clark, you'd be into it. Lovecraft, people are mad at him now because he was a little racist.
And I would love that.
Yeah,
Is that the joke?
that's the joke.
It's not even a joke.
I know.
It's real.
That's why it hurts so much.
See what happens? I take your bullshit and I put a
No,
little
no,
bit
no.
of put a little bit of gold on there.
Nah.
It's still shit, but it's a little shiny.
There's no cow manure. In my metaphor or analogy, I'm not sure which, there's a baseball. And what I do is I provide the tee. And then you step up and you
What are we, children?
you crack it out of the park.
T-ball?
Well, we're not children,
You never played baseball a day in your life.
I played both t-ball and base. I was not great at baseball. You know what I didn't like? I didn't like everybody looking at me when I'm on the plate. Also, I threw sidearm, and
You would.
you can't crowd the plate with the sidearm because
You
I'll
would.
fucking hit you even when I'm not trying to.
I was a terrible pitcher, but I wanted to be a good pitcher.
But you're built to be a catcher.
I am, but I refused. Refused to be a catcher. Refused. so I was a third baseman.
Why are big dudes catchers? I don't get it. I feel like their knees
they-
would get blown out quicker.
They shouldn't be. Yeah, I was like, I'm not fucking squatting down. I was like,
Well,
this-
okay.
This
Again,
is how you take a shit in Asia. Why am I? You
Again,
know what I mean?
welcome to the Overlook Hour, where we cover sports talk, especially t-ball and baseball. But no, really, like, why do the big dudes? Is it because so people can't run through them when they're running home?
No, because it's they need something to do. That's why. Now,
Fair point.
now the other thing,
Like
is,
Panda and shit. Is he
yeah.
a catcher?
By the way, he talks about
About film? He's a big David Lynch fan.
Oh, when you said Panda, I immediately thought of Chuggy
Oh,
because he's the wandering panda.
No, okay. Again, that's to keep with the baseball metaphor. It's a little inside baseball there.
Yeah,
Actually, we made a pact together off mic to not talk about Chuggy.
I know, but that's why you mentioned it. So
No, I
just-
meant
that's what-
Panda the baseball
I understand.
player.
Pablo Sandoval. He's third baseman.
Third base. I thought, is he a heavy dude?
Yeah, big.
And he's playing third base?
Yeah,
Oh,
corner infielder. You know,
Yeah.
You can have your slower
you're right.
your mud turtles on the corners as they call them.
I was thinking of a shortstop. I'm like, what? They
Oh.
got him as shortstop?
Definitely not. No,
Yeah. Also,
but the shortstop of our lineup is Randy Michaelstaff.
Hell yeah. Speaking of sports, the Atlanta Braves World Series win parade was on yesterday as we record.
You didn't go to-
Congratulations.
you didn't go to the parade, dude.
I did not, no.
Oh, then where did you get all that gear you're
with
wearing?
your Dansby Swanson jersey?
Yep, he's one of my favorites behind, all the other ones that are great.
Sure.
All right,
but yeah,
Randy.
he's probably one of my favorites.
Give
Freddie
us
Freeman.
the tomahawk chop chant, Randy.
I'm good.
Come on. You don't want to do it? I heard everybody was doing
It's
it.
pretty simple.
I hear it's racist.
You're racist.
You know what's funny? One of the podcasts I listen to, shout out to Kane is Dead. He's a Native American fella, or call him indigenous people makes him very angry. He talks about this shit all the time. He's like, I'll tell you right now, the tribe meetings we have, nobody gives a fuck. He's like, stop putting that.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. So go ahead and do it. I just gave you the clear.
I don't know what they say when they do it, but I know the chop.
Oh,
It's-
Clark was about to.
it's-
Don't do it. Don't. Oh, I'm gonna cut his.
Oh.
Nope, I had to cut his mic. I spared the audience. All right, Randy, quick, talk about your movie.
Yeah, so now is the portion of the show where I talk about a 30-year-old film that everyone has seen.
Are
And
you
it-
back on the?
On what?
He's back.
Who's back?
Ferrara.
Oh, yeah. I'm back on a Abel Ferrara kick because Videodrome in Atlanta, the only video store / one of the coolest video stores I've ever been to, has quite the Abel Ferrara selection.
What the fuck? Are they a sponsor? What's going on here?
They are going to be soon.
I love the name. I mean, it's
Yeah.
perfect.
It's a rad store. And yeah, I wanted to check out his Body Snatchers. So I rented Body Snatchers from 1993. This is also the third time that Body Snatchers has been made. I haven't seen the original. I've seen the 78 version.
With Donald Sutherland.
Yeah.
Oh,
I like
yeah.
that one. I think I saw it on TCM a couple years ago. It was
You
pretty good.
The Nicole Kidman. You didn't see that one?
I don't think so. No.
With the cool little human-faced dog.
Heart-shaped box.
How many? Wait, how
the
many is there?
first
Is there 4? Oh yeah, this. When did the Nicole Kidman one come out?
Wait, wasn't that Invasion of the Body Snatchers? Didn't they do that in 2008
I have
or
no
something?
idea what
I guess there's probably 4 then, so that probably came out after this.
Am I thinking of something completely different?
Probably.
Hold on. All right, Randy, continue.
But yeah, it's a remake of the same movie that's been made twice before, but the plot is centered around essentially there's this military base in Alabama
Oh.
where people are working there are being replaced by an identical lifelike creature, but it's kind of like a plant-like pod sort of thing. And yeah, the duplicates are identical to what the person looks like, except for they talk and look kind of like me, aka has no emotion. And are very monotone, so you can maybe sort of snuff out if someone is had maybe been cloned before. But yeah, this is really good, actually. I like this a lot. It's actually pretty gross. The effects of the body snatching are very effective. He does some like pretty cool stuff with the camera. It's pretty like voyeuristic. Like the camera will move and like kind of do like pans, but like really, really slow pans that just like add a very sort of like a creepy element to it.
Peter Pan.
Pan's Labyrinth.
But yeah, a lot of
God,
people in
we're
this. You got
both
you got Arlie Ermy in this. You got a Forrest Whitaker. You got
We
a
got
Meg
Arlie
Tilly.
Ermy in this.
Yeah, he plays one of the military
You
people.
skipped over Forrest Whitaker, Clark. You don't like him?
I know what I'm doing.
They got fucking Ghost Dog in the army, dude.
I know. I don't like Forrest Whitaker because I share too many similarities with Forrest Whitaker.
Other than the eye, what else?
Sex Drive.
Okay. Yeah, Randy, I've never seen this movie. It's one of those films where my parents, like my mom's a big horror fan, and she would buy a bunch of movies. Like she used to go to Costco and just buy any horror film they had.
Mm-hmm.
And it's one of those things where it's like I just took everything out of their collection that I wanted.
Yeah.
And this is one of those movies. I've had it forever. I'm looking through it on IMDb. I've never watched it.
Oh wow.
I think you sold me though. I think we're gonna need to watch it.
Yeah. It doesn't necessarily feel like an Abel Ferrara film, but it's not like a bad thing. It kind of just feels like he may have been like at a place in his career where like people were kind of like investing in him and like kind of wanted him to do like sort of a bigger, like less gritty movie.
Yeah.
But it's still plenty effective and gross.
Is this post Bad Lieutenant? Because Bad Lieutenant was what, 92?
I think so. Yeah.
So this
Must
is
be.
follow up. By the way, yes, to confirm, I was correct. Thank you very much. Nicole Kidman, Daniel Craig was in a movie in 2007 called The Invasion,
Oh, dude.
Oh yeah.
which is based upon
Wait.
I haven't
novel,
seen that, but
The
now
Body
I'm picturing
Snatchers.
it.
Who cares about that? I know what you should be for Halloween next year.
Who? Me?
Are you ready?
Yeah.
Guy Ferrara. Yeah, I know. You're thinking about it. You're like, how could you tie that together in
Yeah.
a visual
Hey,
buffet?
just Guy Fieri with just bags under his eyes.
Or you could
and
have like a camera on your shoulder.
a fucking smack habit.
Dude, if you're Guy Fieri, but you were like decked out to go make a movie, it would work. And then you could get that goatee and that bandana.
I mean, it's possible.
No, it's one of those. It would be striking.
It would only work.
You'd have to do a voice. You'd have to do like an Abel Ferrara voice.
I'd have
like
to
a
do
very
Abel
New York
Ferrara voice.
but then talk about like food.
Yeah. Also, someone would have to, accompany me as Willem Dafoe,
Yeah.
and he would be Flavor Town, and then that would work.
No, somebody could accompany you and be Artie, and you could be on the pod. Shout out to Artie Lang's podcast.
He's
which
back.
is back.
Artie's back, baby.
Oh hell yeah.
Yeah. No video, because his nose is fucked up.
Because video killed the radio star, and he wants to
Video
survive.
killed Artie Lang. All right. That's it? That's all you got?
That's all I got. I haven't watched much.
You watch anything else?
What?
No.
That was good coverage.
Right.
You were just watching the fucking football game.
Yeah, we're fucking crushing it right now.
Okay.
We're 1-7. We need everything we can take this year. Now, Randy, have you caught up? Have you watched
Uh-huh.
The Return, which I don't think anyone's asking for, of Curb Your Enthusiasm?
I have.
Thoughts?
It's okay. I feel like there's a plot element in it that he's already kind of done before.
I'm so over it.
Really?
I'm so over it.
I feel like even for me, a bad episode or season of Curb is still enjoyable. So I'll watch it.
I'm having a tough time so far in 2 episodes in. Now, I enjoyed having Albert Brooks in, and I
Yeah.
don't know if he's going to pop in. Also, it's weird that one Einstein brother dies and they bring in the other one
Sure.
because Super Dave is Albert Brooks'
Yeah.
brother, and they never address his death. And now just Albert Brooks shows up, who has a funeral for himself as he's alive. But the reveal is that everyone turns on him at his alive funeral because he is a COVID hoarder.
All right. I got a dumb question. Any relation to Mel?
All right. This is the last episode of the show. No. Do you honestly not know Albert Brooks?
No, and I got a better idea for Larry David. You know what he needs to do? The Odd Couple. He'll bring that back. He plays a Republican across from his cousin Bernie Sanders. They live together.
I'm over it.
They're hiding from the Proud Boys. No, that wouldn't work.
it's become the show is a parody of itself at this point.
Yeah, I feel like it's kind of like been that way for the last
Not
several
a,
seasons.
not a parody. He's plagiarizing himself.
It's both of those.
It's
things.
a weaker version.
It's both of those things. Honestly, but no, he's gotten out of control. I'm over it.
I almost feel like Leon might leave for part of the season too.
Yeah, but he jumped in that terrible animated show that I can't watch.
Oh, that you made me watch a minute of.
Yeah, and you were like,
It
no,
was
thank you.
whatever. I mean, it looks like everything else right now.
No.
Yeah.
All right, we're going to talk about the only thing I watched this week, which is one of the few things that you watched this week.
Other than porn.
That's a tagline from Phil Hendry.
Oh, okay.
He says this, his backstage pass is the best value of the internet other than porn.
Oh, okay.
I hear him say that every day as I listen to him every single day. Do you listen to podcasts every day?
Yeah.
I listen to two things
Nope, I don't.
that have shows every day.
Every day?
Every day.
No, I don't do the
One
weekend.
is a terrible AM radio show about local colleges.
Wait, AM radio isn't a podcast.
No, but they release it as a podcast
Okay,
format.
all right, that counts.
Oh, it is the worst show in the history of radio.
Yeah,
and I
no.
listen every day.
No, I don't. Yeah, the weekend I'm free. Oh, no, that's not.
The recording artist?
Yeah, the weekend has been freed. They let him out of Guantanamo. I'm very happy.
All right. Jim Cummings, who we are a fan of on this show,
Halloween Kills.
has Halloween Kills own Jim Cummings.
Well, the real question is when you tee up a Jim Cummings, is he playing a cop?
Well, interesting enough.
Right?
So,
We got Thunder Road. What was the other one? I can never remember. The White Wolf of...
Wolf of Snow Hollow, dude.
And then Halloween Kills. That character
right.
has just made it through.
The Holy Trinity. Jim Cummings' new film, The Beta Test, which he co-wrote and co-directed with P.J. McCabe, came out yesterday. We watched this last night. A married Hollywood agent receives a mysterious letter for an anonymous sexual encounter and becomes ensnared in a sinister world of lying, infidelity, and digital data.
Edgy.
So, broad strokes, I really enjoyed the beta test. Jim Cummings is not a cop, but impersonates a cop. And so, he's got a good cop thing going. I just really like seeing Jim Cummings on screen. I like his weird energy that is sort of... He does hit pockets of Jim Carrey.
Yeah.
Did you hit?
Yeah.
And we got some of that last night. And his physicality is not too far off from that either.
When I realized it, I was kind of like, I went, oh, I don't know why. I don't like it.
So this is his most biting social commentary that we've seen from him. And this is a direct hit at the movie industry per se. Now Jim Cummings, the reason why obviously we're big fans of Jim Cummings because he's talented and we like his work, but also he is a luminary in the independent film world, and he produces a lot of independent film. He's a enormous cheerleader for independent film, independent horror, and he's trying to take a shot at the industry in this particular. He's taking a shot at the industry, taking a shot at Los Angeles, and just the vapid nature therein. And I think that it succeeds. I think that this is a pretty bold story that he's telling. It gets pretty involved, and it turns into a whodunit of sorts, and becomes sort of a detective thing, but it's all done through the very... So his character, he plays a Hollywood agent, and agents are slowly dying out. The industry is becoming less reliant on agents making deals, and he is just a Hollywood scumbag, and he feels that pressure, which is a constant point of reference as he is just chugging Pepto-Bismol throughout the entirety of the film. But I don't know. I really liked the biting satire of everything. There's some slapsticky moments. Tonally, it's the face you're giving me right now.
I'm curious just how you're gonna,
because I don't know where you land on this.
Oh,
I was laughing consistently.
Mm-hmm.
The tone works for me, but it is an interesting film, and I immediately wanted to watch it again to try to really get into the flow of it, because it does jump around a little bit.
Jump around.
Yes, it
Jump
House
around.
of Pains. All right, it House of Pains.
No, keep going, because you're going to describe the tone. And that's where I'm like, I really want to hear how you package it.
Well, I don't know if I can.
That's fair. I
how
didn't
you
think you could.
Yeah.
Well, here's the thing. If you don't know Jim Cummings, don't start here. I think Clark likes this movie, and I'm looking at you, Randy, because it's fucking avant-garde. It's weird. He's got, you know how everybody was kind of like having trouble swallowing Malignant? And it's just, you're like, I don't know if this is bad or what it is. It's got like, it doesn't wear its influences very clearly. Like, this film feels incredibly modern.
How do you think this is being received by the critics?
I don't know. I have no idea. I bet they hate it.
100%.
Really? You know,
It was.
I don't know. Jim Cummings to me looks like a dude that would instantly get pegged as like some alt-right weirdo, because he keeps playing like cops, and you know, he's always like struggling with alcoholic. Actually, all of his films I think have some sort of like weird codependency going on with like a some sort of Band-Aid effect on trauma, and he's never a good domestic partner. He's always a shitty like husband or boyfriend. I'm kind of shocked. I mean, power to him. I think he's an incredible actor. I do think in this film, he kind of showed like a one note though, where he does that like explosive monologue so well.
Yeah.
And in this film, I'm like, I haven't seen Thunder Road. I've seen the short, but I'm like, man, it felt a lot like that, where he's really good at doing a like one take, high energy, emotional rant.
Well, in Thunder Road and Wolf of Snow Hollow, the character is very similar.
Yeah. And I feel like that was on purpose.
Because they're both drunks.
Well, and they're both cops, and they're both dealing with...
And here,
like,
he is a recovering drunk.
well, you know, in both those films, it's a person who works... You know, he's service industry. He works for the government, local government. But he hasn't even come to grips with his own personal life. So it's like, how much can you help people when you need help?
Yeah.
And I'm like, that theme running through both those movies, it's super interesting. Because Thunder Road, is a drama. And then Snow Hollow is a fucking horror movie.
Yeah.
And it's like, you kind of get to see how horror movies get to amp up emotion and kind of work with like a lot more tools. But yeah, in this one, man, a lot of the time I can't help but try and understand where the movie's coming from, like the craft. And I mean, it's a beautiful film. Everybody's great in it. The story's really fucking weird, because they're making a like statement about like social media and how we interact with shit online, and it's like a Hollywood agent learning the hard way, like to a fantastical level, the hard way of how the internet works. I'm like, what a weird movie.
I think this is his best character that he's done, and I am pretty solid in that. I think that there's the most depth to this character.
Yeah.
With the other, and you know, and again, I'm a big fan of Thunder Road and Wolf of Snow Hollow, but I really enjoyed seeing he just really fit into that whole agent thing of like he's going to mold things his way.
For sure.
And so like there are several instances where he is talking with he's talking with a hotel desk clerk, he is talking with his security at his apartment complex, and he starts one way, he realizes that he's failing. He's like, okay, take two. And then he comes at it from a completely different angle to try to get his way. And then he will do take three. And because he's trying to throw everything he can to get whatever he can to get his advantage.
interesting that you say that, because now I'm thinking it's almost like a statement on performative authority. Because, you know, like in the industry, he was an authority, but there's like a subplot to this film where he's really shitty to everybody who works under him. And they all justify it. They're just like, well, it's Hollywood. That's what you get.
Jacqueline's great.
But then he rolls out into like regular life, and he tries to, like, in his head, he relates himself to a cop. Like, I'm an authority here, and all the doors should be unlocked for me. And like, people just aren't buying it.
Yeah.
And there's got to be a weird commentary there. You know, I often think if we did a one movie a week kind of like podcast, we could like dive into that stuff. But there's a lot to chew on here.
It sort of turns into a procedural.
Kinda, but it's
it-
always weirder than that, because
Yeah.
remember in the beginning, like if your eyes are glazing over right now and you're like, I don't know, I'm not really on this. I came here for horror. Just know that this movie opens with
Yeah.
a knife to the throat that terrified Clark. Also, it shocked me, but in a way where it's like, you know, you get in a car crash and then you walk out of the car and like 2 minutes later you realize you were in a car crash. It was like that. It was like, wow.
But I mean, Oksana, how effective was that throat stab?
It was so quick. I felt like I got stabbed a little bit.
Damn. Yeah. So the interesting thing about trying to articulate this film is it's just like, it's such a blender of a movie. Like, it's horror, drama, art house. I mean,
Black comedy.
where did we read? Was that on Amazon Prime? Because we rented it for like $5.
Yeah.
I think they broke it down as like thriller, comedy, art house.
Yeah.
It was like fucking weird, but it's very important. There's a art house vibe there. Yeah, no, I liked it.
Yeah.
And I was laughing. I don't know why you thought I wasn't laughing.
You were laughing as much as me.
Well, you know, as a comedian, sometimes I can appreciate a joke without having a external laugh.
So here's the thing. No, you bring up a good point. I do that with stand-up all the time.
I was joking. I was making fun of you there.
No, I do that with stand-up.
I know you do. That was my joke.
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
But I don't do that with movies. I'll laugh at movies. For me to die laughing at a stand-up bit that's rare.
Yeah, but see, here's the thing. So we watched this movie together, and you were like, "Why aren't you laughing?" That's how people feel when they watch comedy with you. It's like, "Hey, let's have fun. This is a communal experience."
When I went to Salt Lake City and saw Mark Maron with Amanda, she was like, "You're not a big laugher, are you?"
Amanda Bynes?
Yes, I went with Amanda Bynes.
How's
She's
she
doing
doing?
well. She's got another face piercing.
Dude, I love Amanda Bynes. Shout out. She's a regular listener, I'm sure.
Bring in the dancing lobsters.
Oh, damn. I didn't think you could pull a reference.
I know shit, bro.
All right.
Yeah, beta test. Man, honestly, I loved it. It is a strange movie, but
Good. It's in a good way.
yeah.
Also,
Certainly.
beta test. I thought that was a playoff of like alpha male.
Yeah.
So I thought it was going to be like Randy has to step up and murder somebody. But instead, now I think it's a Randy movie where it's like about IT boring
It's
shit.
100%.
You ruined my joke. If you were going to ask me if I was going to see it, I was going to say that no, I already took the beta test and passed.
Oh, shit.
And also, hey, can we all congratulate me for not spoiling this movie? Thank
yeah,
you
you did
very
a good
much.
job. There is a lot more to this
Yeah,
film.
when I'm trying to avoid.
Cool.
It did play in Atlanta last night, but the showtime was at 9:30, so I decided that was way too late for me to see it.
Also, for the record, Jim Cummings smokes in this, and it's tight. By the way,
Six.
I love the use of vapes in this were great. They use the most obnoxious vapes possible, and everyone's vaping, and it's so great.
And they're hiding it, too.
I love it.
A lot of hiding
That's a great. There's so many good small things in this. Honestly, I may watch this again today. I really enjoyed it.
Hey, the rental's still good.
Honestly, it's a dense film. There's a lot going on here, man.
Yeah, if you watch it downstairs, I think it's good for another 2 days.
Oh, tight.
Yeah. So, I mean, unless you want to give them another, $6? Not bad.
Yeah, we support Jimmy C.
All right.
Who refuses to answer our emails.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Oksana's emailed him like 37 times.
She just told you that.
Daily.
There you go.
All right. Well, now I'm going to bring it home with the best movie of the week. I don't know why I opened up that way. We had another rental off of Amazon Prime. Another $6. This one
Ooh,
again.
y'all feeling fancy last
man,
night.
You know that
Just throwing money around.
Shibu Inu. You know what I mean? It just fucking hard, dude.
What's it at now?
I don't know. I have like 12,000 tokens in there. We're not talking about crypto. Although if I do hit it big.
Hey, don't dodge my question.
Oh my god.
Woo! You liked that, didn't you?
Now, I watched the movie again because Clark turned me on to the director team. Do you have any idea?
If you say Benson Moorhead, I'm gonna walk out of this motherfucking room.
It's Alexander and Julian.
Yeah.
Do you know who they are?
Yeah.
What'd they do?
The movie I like,
What movie?
Inside.
Oh, there you go. Damn it. I totally thought you were faking that.
Also, what was it? Candicia.
And Candicia,
I
yeah.
like Candicia.
Me too.
Most people do not like Candicia.
I don't know. Well, Randy is not most people. And Randy thought it was
Robbie
okay.
didn't like it.
Yeah.
Okay. No talking about friends on the show. Especially if they don't like the fucking movie.
Candicia's good.
Also, Robbie Smith, former guest of the show, we still have that Halloween merch up there.
I've been using the coffee mug.
Dude, get it for... Yeah, Randy.
So
go
are-
ahead. Wait, hold on. Randy's going to do a commercial for a Halloween merch. The coffee mug. Go ahead, Randy. Tell us about it.
Yeah, they're good mugs. They're good for coffee or water or whatever you want to drink out of them. Pour some booze in there if you want to. I don't care.
Randy, hi, Clark Little here. First
Yes,
time,
sir.
long time. Could I possibly use them for an ashtray?
You definitely could. Yeah, I would suggest emptying it of any liquids before you put ash in it, though.
Okay, great.
All right. That's,
also, can I smoke in here right now?
That's not up to me.
Okay.
Yeah, Robbie Smith. Again, he made that art for us. I'm going to take it down eventually. I really dropped the ball on that one. So get it while you can. Anyway,
So are you going to watch all their movies except for their most famous?
I've seen it before.
You haven't seen Inside.
Yeah, I did, because I knew about that cool scene where the camera pulls back and there's somebody there, and you're like, fuck, I didn't see him for like 5 minutes while the camera was pulling back.
That's not the movie.
There's a Preggers person.
Yes.
Okay. Maybe I haven't seen the movie. I can't remember. Anyway, I watched The Deep House.
The Deep House.
Do you know what that is?
No idea.
Let me go ahead. All right. I knew this moment was going to come.
We've talked about it on this show.
No, it's fine. This is the bit now,
History has shown that means absolutely nothing.
especially when it's football season.
Correct.
Now, here's the thing. I got to slow my heart rate so I can do this one sentence in one go here on IMDb. You ready? All right, so The Deep House. A young and modern couple who go to France to explore an underwater house and share their findings on social media undergo a serious change of plans when the couple enter the interior of a strange house located at the bottom of the lake, and their presence awakens a dark spirit that haunts the house, period.
I wanted to watch this.
Whew.
What time
glad-
did y'all watch this?
The kettlebell really
Like
been
at
helping me
midnight?
out there.
Did y'all watch it at like midnight?
Yeah, it was like an hour after you went to bed.
Right.
Yeah.
Pass.
We did some work, and then I'll tell you right now, it's a hybrid film. We get a little bit of found
A
footage,
little bit.
a little bit of traditional Hollywood cinema,
A little bit.
and then we go
Monica
back
in
to
my-
found footage. This movie is a fucking trip. Now, you know what? Fuck it. Let's pull the curtain back. I'm kind of tempted to bring this up at a meeting and be like, maybe we should try and show this one.
I definitely thought about
a
it.
meeting, an AA meeting.
And yeah, they're gonna be like, we think you're in the wrong place,
That's
man.
right.
This is a church. We don't talk about haunted houses under the water.
You could never be a friend of Bill W.
Who's that?
That's what you call if you're in AA, dude.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm not actually in AA.
I
I'm
know.
sorry. I should be though. Now, this movie, dude, it's a fucking trip. Yeah, but I'm thinking of pitching it because, dude, you didn't like Paranormal Activity 7, which was aimed at a general market and
Because
had
it's a
a
hunk of
budget.
shit. It's a
Well-
sellout, and it's fucking insulting.
Well,
Continue.
here's the thing. I think one of the main problems, too, that I've heard a couple people have is that they break format. Well, in this film, it's very clear that it's not just a found footage movie. So there's a couple, and they're vloggers. And it opens up with footage that they had in the past of them going through like an abandoned hospital. It's fucking entertaining. It's just well shot. The people are likable, and I don't know, it feels authentic. Then cut to modern time, and it's a traditional movie. We have a girl practicing holding her breath in a bathtub. Oh, I wrote down a thing. This should be a new thing. There was a non-tit nip slip.
I'm sorry?
Non-tit nip slip.
I don't even know how to process
It's
that.
a non-titillating nipple slippage.
Oh, okay. I thought when you say tit and nip in the same, like
Yeah,
that's
it was
the same.
supposed to be confusing.
Okay, thank
that's
you
the
so
bit. Now, again, there's a nipple, but it's not meant to make you hard. That just didn't roll off the tongue like
Was
the
the
thing.
nipple hard though?
Let me go to the scorecard keeper.
Not-
Oksana,
not-
hard nipple. I can't remember.
No.
Okay, hold on.
Not all nips make you hard.
Yeah, but some nips are just always hard, like Joe Rogan's. Have you ever seen his like weird little pig nipples?
Well, yeah, because he wears tight shirts and he's always fucking
Those things lactate.
HGHing.
They lactate that shit you put in your water.
Yeah,
What is it?
they're lactate ivermectin.
I should have went with horse paste. That would have been better. No, I was thinking of the powder that somehow is supposed to rehydrate you better.
Liquid,
Liquid
IV.
IV.
Oh my
Clark and
god.
I both have it at our house.
By the
Yeah.
way, I was supposed to get liquid IV in this fucking thing.
Oh yeah, Clark wanted to do a bit where he opened 2 packages on our podcast. Oksana pointed out it's not a visual medium, and Clark did it anyway. We just didn't record it.
And then we all take bets on how long those boxes are gonna sit here in this.
I
room.
know. I already plan on throwing them away.
You dumb fuck! I throw them away. You're fucking stupid.
Liquid IV should sponsor the show too.
I know. Y'all got the neck tattoos apparently. You jumped down my damn throat.
Where I was supposed to have liquid IV in there. Where the fuck is it?
the
Probably
dude
shipped separately.
the dude delivering it probably went, "Oh fuck, liquid IV." He pocketed that shit. He knows it's all insured. Anyway, the Deep House. Now we open up with found footage flashback. We go into regular time. It's a couple. They've got like a little rocky relationship. I mean, they're together. Actually, no, they're not. It's not rocky at all. There's a looming marriage in the future. Now they take an RV. They drive out, and the idea is that they're going to go into a house underwater. I'm not gonna get into like any more of the story other than, man, when they get to that house, all the underwater shit, it's beautiful. It's all found footage because they're filming off of their GoPros and a drone. Check this out. An underwater drone.
What?
It's fucking trippy. They have this big bulky piece of shit, and one of the guys like, "What's that?" And he's like, "It's a drone." And I'm like, "That doesn't look like any drone I've ever seen." They throw it underwater, and Clark, you would love this. Now that you're all into watches, he controls it via watch.
Ooh.
Underwater. So he's like telling it to do stuff. It follows him around. Dude, this is this is what I want from found footage. We're watching the shit through in-world camera. And at the same time you're wondering, how the fuck did they do this? Like the only way it makes sense is that they really just did this. They really just, I mean, maybe they had the directors operate the drone or something, but also the fucking location. Like the dude tells them, follow the steps and then you'll find the building. And they're like, what the hell is he talking about? And there it is. It looks like some flooded territory where there are concrete steps leading down to what seems to be a church. And I'll tell you, from the moment they joke about the no trespassing sign on the exterior, they're like, well, how are we going to get in? I don't know. Maybe we should leave. And then they just swim over it. It's like, oh, this is what I want. They're mixing genre. Like, it's a haunted house movie, but it's underwater. So you have all the, like, air is a problem. They have a digital display of how much air they have. Lighting, electronics, all the things you want from a found footage movie, and then you fucking throw it in an underwater haunted house. You remember in 300 how everybody's like, oh my god, that scene of that girl dancing where they filmed her in a glass case and she just moved so like it was not of this planet. And it's like, who gives a fuck? This movie,
Who the fuck are you talking to?
I realize who I'm sitting at a table with now. Have either of you seen 300?
I saw it theatrically.
Okay, do you remember the witch?
No.
The seer? Neither of you remember.
I'm
Okay.
trying to forget everything about that hunk of shit.
Okay, well, she's dancing, and it looks like she's underwater, and it's because they shot it underwater, or they shot her in a like tube of water, whatever.
A tube of
I know,
water?
not a tube. She was like in a tank. She was like a human fish,
Tank tube.
fish tank,
Tube
Good-
tank.
fish tank. Well, that's a Criterion film.
Andrea
It is.
Arnold,
Okay, that one you got in your holster, but you don't know shit about 300.
director of American Honey.
Okay, motherfucker. That is right.
Yeah.
man, there's something about like little kids drinking that just feels like I'm like, this is film. This is what I want. Okay, anyway, back to that's what we need. We need to put that underwater and make it found footage. Little kids getting wasted in their underwater RV. The Deep House.
That could be a
Man.
prequel to SpongeBob.
Oh, and then you'd really lean into that internet theory where he's like an autistic kid and Mrs. Puff is his social worker.
Yeah.
You can pull that off. You have no idea what I'm talking
No,
about, by the way.
I've never seen 5 seconds of SpongeBob.
Dude, in high school, I had a bunch of SpongeBob shirts.
I'm surprised you don't have a SpongeBob tattoo.
You know, I thought about it.
I'm sure you
I
did.
did.
I am certain you did.
I did. You know, I like, anyway, The Deep House. Dude, watch this fucking movie. Or don't, because, you know, I am really going to try and make a pitch that we try and show this. Although, you know, here we go. Let's pull back the curtain again. Probably have to pay some fucking good money to show this thing. But the problem is, this needs to be seen in a theater. Remember, after we watched the beta test on Amazon Prime, I threw on what the fishes.
Bejeweled Fishes.
Shout out to Bejeweled Fishes on Amazon Prime. And you had taken an edible, and you were like every teenager that's ever watched Planet Earth, just like, wow.
That's some cool looking fish.
Now,
dude.
this one doesn't have the like otherworldly kind of, you know, selected footage of beautiful nature. It's kind of like murky.
Beautiful nature. Beautiful nature.
Dude, it's haunting. And I'll tell you, dude, when they get in the house, they're just the image of them scuba diving through a haunted house. And I'm going to spoil one thing. It's very light. The haunted house somehow preserves everything in it. So, like, they find a book, and it's, like, underwater because they're underwater, but it doesn't look dilapidated. And that's one of the mysteries here is, like, how the fuck is that not rusted and destroyed? And they may find some footage down there, too. Man, I really like this film. But if you're coming from inside and you're like, I want some fucking gore, it's not here.
Yeah.
So if you're a gore hound, man, you're going to be bummed. Also, what did our former guest say, Trevor Henderson? He was saying like, oh, this sounds like this novella I like, but...
Yeah, the house under the lake.
You know what? Put that on my Christmas list.
Are we talking
I want to read that book.
Silver Lake?
Hell yeah.
Oh, my
Randy.
God.
Defend yourself. How do you like that piece of garbage?
I don't know. It's a weird movie. I like it. It's got a good tone. It's
It does not.
Wait, who's the lead in that movie?
Andrew Garfield.
Are
We
you-
share the same birthday.
Are you a Garfield fan?
not really.
Yeah.
I do
okay.
hate Mondays though.
Oh, my God.
Woo! Randy, glad to have you back.
You hit me right on the chin with that one. I did not see it coming.
Got him.
Also, this house that preserves things, is it potentially close to the beach that makes you old?
That'd be a twist. Actually, I feel like there'd be a real conflict there. You know what? Let's make a webcomic about that.
By the way, I told you about this, and Randy was listening to it on the flight. Apparently, the how did this get made?
About old. Yeah.
And they were like, and I never made the comparison of like, oh, this is a good COVID commentary.
Oh my God. It's a good COVID commentary. It's
Well,
definitely a
it
commentary.
added to my frustration of it.
I mean, that's
frustration
fair.
of the story.
Yeah. I don't know.
I'm like,
So you
yeah,
got me thinking about that now.
stuck in time, accelerated time.
Oh, I didn't think of it that way.
Yeah.
Like the world is paused, but we're aging.
Yeah,
Oh, that makes me angry. Don't tell me that shit.
I don't know. There's a lot to unpack with
Dude, the Deep House, it's tight. And,
the Deep House.
I'm going to recommend this one to found footage fans, too. I don't know how it would play for, like, a regular horror fan. I think they might be annoyed by it.
There's no such thing as a Deep House, dude.
Is there more to that? I don't know what to do with it.
You don't know?
The
Think
shit
about it.
house.
Oh.
Come on,
Oh,
Come on.
okay.
that was just for
The
you.
house that drips blood
That
on
was
Alex.
just for you, baby.
I know, and I fucking missed it.
Yeah,
I'm still
fucking-
I'm recovering from that Garfield joke. I'm still seeing little birds. All right, yeah, I think I'm done here.
All right, how many stars Deep House?
Oh, I don't know. At least 4.
How many stars Abel Ferrara's career?
We're going 4.
Oh, you know what? I should have done this.
Abel's tight.
Abel Ferrara. Get it? Abel Ferrari.
I understand.
All right.
That's all right.
All right, I'll cut that, Randy.
All right. Well, Randy, thanks for coming.
No problem.
Thanks for Jim coming.
Wedding tomorrow.
Yes, sir. Big
Got-
day.
Got your suit.
Yes.
What
Open bar?
open bar.
I don't know. I don't know what the drink situation is, but
Where's the wedding?
I think it's around here. I think it's in San Mateo somewhere.
Ooh.
It's actually underwater.
All I know is that I'm getting in a friend's car to go there, so I don't actually know where the location is.
What a good feeling. I love getting in a car and being like, I have nothing to do with anything else now, and then you just
That's
Yeah.
that's all I ever want. It's just the driver.
I wish I could feel that way on a plane though.
Be great. How do you feel on a plane? You're still antsy on a
Terrified?
plane. I get antsy on a plane just because I know I'm going to be stuck sitting here for hours, and so that's I have a very strange pattern on a plane.
No, mine's irrational.
My routine is the same. I'll put it on shuffle on my phone and then randomly play games.
I can't listen to anything.
I
Honestly,
can't focus.
I realized like how selfish I am while riding a plane because I always think this is going to be the one. I know the statistics; they don't go down, but this will be the one, and for no other reason than I'm on it.
I did have a if this plane were to crash playlist for a
Oh,
while.
I like that. Making a lemonade out of that lemon.
Yeah, that's right. A lot of cool stuff on that playlist.
Oasis.
Yes, Oasis. You know, nothing like going down in flames to Champagne Supernova.
Hey, hell's gonna be my Oasis.
And on that, we'll see you next week.